As I was saying, hello everybody. My name is JM Blay. I am a director and a designer, and I've been working for more than 20 years in the creative industry. I have worked for films, television, and advertising, as well as for music videos, digital products, and video games. Uh, I'm a, okay, let me just, okay. I'm a heavy user of Adobe softwares, especially After Effects, Premiere, Illustrator, and Photoshop. I've been using them since I started my career, and yes, I am that old. I started with Adobe Photoshop 4. Adobe is my main tool. Um, I am a director and a designer, as I was saying, and during my career, I had collaborated with studios like Prologue Films, The Mill, MPC, Nexus, Momoko, Sport of Territory, and agencies like Red Bee, Huge, Imagination, or Critical Mass. And I combined my professional career with doing talks and workshops for universities and institutions. Here you can see some of the articles and interviews and speaking events I did. And also, I have a degree in fine arts, a master's degree in audiovisual communication, and a PhD on design in the field of motion graphics. I'm based in Valencia, Spain, but I work worldwide as a freelance independent director, and I also run my own creative studio and production company called Blay Studio. And it's blay.studio if you want to visit. And today I'm going to share with you guys some of my work. And if you can please put the video now, the first video. Well, thank you very much. Here you have my Vimeo channel. I put it on the chat for you to see this video with more quality. Thank you very much. And I'm going to show you some case studies of, and all of them have the same, let's say, work methodology, because all of them, they were created remote. And in the days
JM,
that we are living
if you could
today,
just share your screen again after the
okay,
video.
sorry.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Share screen. Can you see it now? Well, I hope
sir.
so. Okay, thank you. As I was saying, I'm going to show you some case studies of a few projects that I did. All of them were done remote. And the first one is one project I directed for the Reebok International campaign. I will show the link at the video at the end of this small presentation. So this is the project that I did, and the project was to create the international video campaign for Reebok. And what I'm going to show with you is really briefly how I approach the creative process. So the first thing is the agency and we created a mood board, okay, for this project, and this is what they wanted to show and make it look like this. They had a storyboard, and it's something like this one. This is the last version of the storyboard they sent me at the beginning. When they contacted me, they had an idea of what they wanted. It was kind of this storyboard, a previous version, and then we started discussing about how how we could implement the storyboard to make them look more appealing and more nice. And well, after a few revisions, this is what we came with. And we create an animatic in 3D. So this is the process for this one. And then we started doing the tests for the renders. And these are some of the first texture experiments that we did. And these are the 3 levels of dirtiness that we sent to the client for approval. And this is the software that we use with this project. And now, if you don't mind, to put the second video, and I will share with you guys the animation. Okay, thank you very much. Bear with me one sec. Okay, I'm here. So this project was created by me with the help of a friend of mine, which is Javi Marti. He did some additional 3D, and one guy is called Marco that helped me doing one simulation in one shot. The funny thing about this project is that all the team were based in different countries. So I was based in London at that time. Javi was based in Madrid, and the other guy was based in Italy, and the client was based in Leeds. So we did the whole project without seeing each other. In fact, I never met the client, so I don't even know how they look. And it was really a good experience. And I need to say that this project was something that I usually do, and is agencies call me with an idea, and I do develop the idea. But I'm going to show you the next one, which is this one. It's called The Beyond. I directed 11 motion graphic sequences for a film called The Beyond. And what is cool about this project is that the project was created just by me. I had the help of my wife. She's a graphic designer, and she helped me with some of the designs. And this project was just totally different to the one that I spoke before, because for this one, the creativity of this project was based on the mind of the director and shared with me, and both of us having some coffee here and there, we decided how to solve the shots. So it was more a collaboration that I'm really happy. I mean, it was really cool to do this project, and it was super different to the one that I spoke before, because the Reebok one was the agency speaking with the client, and I was speaking with the agency. So I was just trying to show their idea, but they had like a clear idea. In this specific case, in the movie, I was trying to show the director's idea. I was liaising directly with him. And what is good about this is like my input was more appreciated than the other one that they had the previous idea. So this one, what it's really cool, how I organized the whole thing, because for the previous one, we started with a storyboard, the moodboard. In this one, we started with this, which are pages of the script. This is just for you to see how a script looks like. And then I created some pages, one for each sequence, with the small text that it was attached in the film to the sequence, the voiceover. And then I created like a main piece of paper with different stages of the project that I was ticking when it was finished. And it was totally different, because I also created something in movies they call look depth, which is this. I created these images to show how it was looking, to make how I had in my mind the final look for this sequences. The director loved it, so I started doing the design. For this one, these are the fonts that I choose for the project, and we pick two of them. And in this one, for example, I wanted to use a font that it was based on small squares, but unfortunately it was really expensive. So we decided to create our own font instead of using squares, using circles. Then this is the color palette that we use. For this, we research a lot. Well, when I say we, in this fact, in this specific case, it was me. So I researched a lot about different movies with heavy UI and FUI on screen. So I just started picking colors, and to be fair, is like all the color palettes of all the FUI movies that they have in common. And from there, they had like a logo of a space agency that I managed to redesign a tiny bit. It was like really bad, the logo. And I did what I could with the logo, that because they shoot it. I mean, they had some shots of the logo already, so I did a small variation of that one. And these are the first designs. And you can see here, these are all the graphics I created for the film to be in the UI. These are some screens that they used for shooting, and these are just different levels of the different stages. The play blast or the animatic is on top, and the bottom is like the rendered scene. And the software that I use for this one, again, After Effects, Illustrator. I started using, when I started my career, I started using 3D Max. And a few years ago, I changed to Cinema 4D for 3D. And this project, it was me, and my wife helped me with some of the designs. And I think now is the moment to put the third video, please, the Beyond. Okay, I added in the chat before the name of my website, which is blade.studio, so you can see some of the work that I did there. And the last project I'm going to speak about is some pitch that we didn't win, and it was for the movie Charlie's Angels. And I had the pleasure to work with Kyle Cooper, which is, I don't know if you know him, but is one of the best designers in the world regarding title design. He's an American designer. And for this project, the previous one, I forgot to tell you that we were having meetings, the director of the film and I, about the film, and I work remote the whole process, and we had like probably 3 real meetings. And in this one, for Charlie's Angels, Kyle Cooper is based in California, in LA, and I'm based in Valencia, Spain. So we never saw each other. So it was completely remote. For this one, when they asked me to collaborate in here, I started just doing some style frames. And this is what I was thinking to do. It was like an explosion of pieces of the logo, because Kyle Cooper had the idea to show pieces of the logo from like close-ups of the logo. And I thought it would be nice to show it in like a translucent element. And they say, okay, it's better to have like the element itself. So we started doing the process. We did the 3D. I did all these 3D cameras to position, to see the possibilities of the logo Charlie's Angels, and see how the camera can be interesting from here and there, and to show some footage, because the director of this film wanted to have footage on top of the credits. So we thought it was nicer to show the footage on the logo. And then we started researching about the textures, and these were some of the options. And then we started adding texture to the frames, and we ended up using the bottom one for the main idea on the page, which is like a goldish, tiny. Both the three ideas, they were based on having some kind of, let's say, luxury on them. And then this is what we came with. This is the first idea. All of them similar. There are two ideas, and this is the footage on top. The idea was to have powerful women in American history on the logo. So I don't know, because I'm not American, so I don't know. But apparently there is the soccer team of the second frame. They were really important for something. The American football one, they were important for something else. And the coach in the bottom left corner, the same. And they choose the moment of power here. And this was the second proposal, which was more my idea, based on like a dark, techie environment. And then we did lots of proposals for the logo with tiny variations. And then again, for this project, I use After Effects and Cinema 4D. And this project the creative director was Kyle Cooper. I did the art direction and motion graphics and 3D, and Alex Magneto helped me doing some 3D in this project.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Click the link in the description below to explore more free online professional development, and click the link on screen to subscribe to the channel for more videos.